You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, these are the midday headlines for Wednesday, April 15th. There are increasing signs of a possible ceasefire in Lebanon. An Iranian official tells the Hezbollah-linked Lebanese network Al Mayadeen that a ceasefire could begin tonight and last for 1 week, matching the current ceasefire period between Iran and the United States. Lebanese and Hezbollah-linked sources say the chances of a ceasefire have become very high. A Hezbollah lawmaker tells Reuters that Iranian and regional efforts could bring a halt to the fighting in Lebanon soon, but Israel says no decision has been made. An Israeli official says Jerusalem has not received any request or proposal to stop the fighting. Military leaders are also warning northern communities to prepare for possible increased fire, though the army says there is no concrete intelligence pointing to an imminent attack. At the same time, there are reports that the United States and Iran may extend their own ceasefire by another 2 weeks. Bloomberg reports both sides are considering the move as talks continue. Iranian officials say a Pakistani delegation led by Army Chief Asim Munir has arrived in Tehran carrying an American message and helping prepare a second round of negotiations. According to Iranian state media, the next round of talks could take place in Islamabad in the coming days. Pakistani reports say another meeting may be held as early as next weekend, with Vice President J.D. Vance, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Khalibaf, and Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi expected to take part. An Iranian official says Tehran will now conduct what he calls the necessary reviews before deciding whether to move ahead with another round of talks. He describes a possible ceasefire in Lebanon as a positive sign, but says the United States must avoid what Iran considers excessive demands. Meanwhile, Israel's military chief says new operational plans have been approved, both for Lebanon and for Iran. During a visit to forces in southern Lebanon, the chief of staff says Israel remains on very high alert and ready for immediate action. He says Iran has been badly weakened and warns that Tehran must not gain any advantage on nuclear issues, the Strait of Hormuz, or any other front. Iran is also escalating its threats. A senior Iranian commander says that if the U.S. naval blockade continues, Iran will not allow trade to continue through the Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Oman, or the Red Sea. Iranian media also reports that another large tanker has managed to break through the blockade and reach an Iranian port through the Strait of Hormuz. In Washington, new troop figures are emerging. The Washington Post reports that another 6,000 troops with the aircraft carrier George Bush and more than 4,000 Marines with the Boxer Amphibious Group are expected to arrive in the region in the coming days, joining the tens of thousands of U.S. forces already there. Inside Israel, the country's high court hears arguments in the case involving National Security Minister Itamar Ben Gvir. 5 lawmakers were removed from the courtroom after confronting the judges. After nearly 10 hours of hearings, the justices appear to be leaning toward ordering mediation between Ben Gvir and the Attorney General, rather than immediate action against the minister. The Attorney General is seeking temporary restrictions that would limit Ben Gvir's authority over sensitive police appointments and operations. Ben Gvir's representatives reject those demands, but say they would accept Supreme Court Justice Noam Solberg as the person to determine whether any future agreement is violated. And on Wall Street, markets are mixed as investors respond to hopes for continued U.S. Iran diplomacy. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are moving higher, while the Dow is slightly lower after recent gains. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.